All right. Welcome, everyone. Sorry, we had little technical difficulties with the other live stream event, so I had to delete that one and start over. So hopefully some of you guys were able to follow me here and find me again. I have the chat up so I can respond to your questions or just comments or anything. We'll get a dialogue going like we always do on these things. I would like to live stream more, but just time and such just don't allow it always. But anyway, um, I'm glad you're here. As you can see, we're going to do a little sewing. Got my sewing machine here. It's a FAF Hobby 1132, and I'll show you what we're going to work on. But a little house cleaning here. I thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell if you haven't already. That'll give you notifications anytime I put up a new video, which I am working on some. I got some in the hopper. Also, there's a little dollar sign down in the chat. If you'd like to donate as little as $1, it helps me get better equipment and hopefully maybe prevents me from having some of these little technical difficulties. But you don't have to do that. Just watching and liking the video, liking the stream, and sharing it around, that's support enough for me. But the money is always appreciated. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's talk about what we're going to do here, because this is kind of something a little out of the ordinary for me. Probably didn't realize that I can sew. Well, I can't sew that well, but I do here every once in a while. And as Hank Hill would say, it's one of the 7 original industrial arts. But really, actually, all it is it's part of making. It's joining 2 different planes together using a different method, you know. So anyway, let's talk about what I'm going to do here. I have these these panels that they go up for my gazebo, and they're just to act as a kind of a sunshade and everything. Anyway, as you see, sewn and everything here, and then a grommet in there, and then I put either a zip tie or kind of a bungee that holds them between the sections of my gazebo. Like I said, it's a nice sunshade. Well, we got some really heavy winds, like 70-mile-an-hour winds and such, and this canvas material pulled a grommet out here. Just wasn't strong enough. And this was actually surged. And anyway, what I'm going to do for at least a temporary fix I'm going to try is, as you can see here, I have an old pair of my jeans that are pretty ratty, and they're pretty much ready for the trash. And well, this isn't one of them, but I'm going to cut some strips of denim, and then we're going to do something like this, as you know, I'll cut it properly, but fold it over like this, and then we'll cut a hole. I won't do the grommets on the stream. We're just here to do the sewing part. And just going to fold it over and sew around, sew it back together. And hopefully, if I do it well enough, double stitch it, back stitch and everything, you know, the jeans maybe won't have a tendency to tear out like these did, which I'm really surprised, because this material is usually pretty tough. It's a canvas-like. It's kind of made out of like those paint drop cloths, so it's not super heavy, but it's heavy enough. But anyway, first thing I need to do is get my scissors out here, and I've already begun cutting some strips out of my jeans here, and I'm just going to freehand this. We're not going to, you know, if we really cared about being neat and everything, we'd like measure it real proper like. I'm going to cut this a little wider, way wider than I think I need. Let's check the length here. I'm going to need to fix 4 of these. That's why it's usually pretty tough, and let's see, cut that much. Try to hold it up here. We're gonna, yeah. you know, something like this. I mean, yeah, it's not going to look great, but it doesn't have to look super pretty. But that's kind of what it's going to look like, and you know what, that looks good enough. I can always trim it later. I want to make sure I get it all the way over, and we're going to sandwich that in there. Oh, hey, Noe. Oh, you have 5 industrial machines under a tarp, but I have a 90s Singer I use. Oh, neat. I didn't know you did this. Actually, my mom, who actually might be watching, um, is quite the seamstress. We have um, she has a oh, I forget. It's a Singer, but it's an old actual upholstery machine, and for example, my first car. I think I've talked about this. We made custom seat covers with it. Okay, got to start by hand because this is. I could just do it all by hand, but because this stuff is pretty tough, and this is just kind of a hobby machine or a dressmaker, I guess you could say. So it's not really made for going through this much fabric, but the needle end I have in it should be pretty good. Okay, that's looking pretty good here. Let me see. See if we can't get. We're gonna double stitch this a little bit. So. All right, and let's see. Can't flip it around, so let's pull that out. Cut the strings there. Pull that out. Okay. Yeah, you know what? That's gonna work pretty good. Double stitch it; it'll work too. Yeah, I think you know, sewing doesn't have to be that hard. I mean, to be good at it, definitely takes a lot more practice, and I'm not good at it. Like I said, this is probably stuff like this is probably the extent of my abilities. Let's see here. I want to get this halfway straight. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, I'm try not to break the needle. Actually, it's sewing pretty well. So, and if I break the needle, the stream will be done. Actually, I'm just gonna kind of. I forgot to back stitch on that one, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. Well, that looks pretty good. And I don't have the heaviest thread in there, but oh yeah, that's gonna, it'll work. It'll do. This is the hard one because this I'm going to be going over an existing seam kind of here. We'll see how well it works here. Right there. Yeah, I could just do it by hand, but what's the fun in not using the putting the pedal to the metal? Now I'm getting to that kind of fiberglass mesh stuff, so I will want to do it by hand here. And then I can back stitch it, and maybe that'll one more there. Okay, let's. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, actually, for those of you guys watching out there who know how to sew and such, these are strawberry mousse. That's actually my mom, and like I said, she does some incredible upholstery work, seat covers, made a custom interior for my very first car, as well as others. And okay, well, okay, I wouldn't say it's the prettiest. I'll have to snip the threads and stuff, but you know, I mean, we'll see how that works in the long term. I'm going to go over it again here, do another stitch in there. But anyway, that's what we're doing there, is trying to reinforce that, so then we can eventually then put a grommet in there. So let's see. Let's run a seam, or a seam right in the interior here. Nope. Dang it. What did we do? We ran, oh. Bust the thread out of there. Alright. Not sure how I did that. Let's see, where... I forget how this one comes apart. Let's see, is that... I forget, that button... Well, I lost the thread. And it's in there. How did I do that? That's the cutter. That's that. Alright. Put that one there. And what other ones do I have? Normally this flips open. Hey, moderator, tell me how you open this up so I can get the thread through. Or it doesn't open up. It isn't like the old ones. Oh, hold on there. Okay, there it is. Thread it. I've never rethreaded this, is why. All right. There we go. Yeah, I guess they don't. It just goes up and around. That doesn't seem right to me from the other ones I remember. Okay. All right. I have another one. See, that one really tore out. I might want to. Guess I'll just snip that off and cut the frayed stuff off. All right. Cut some more denim here. Witchcraft, yeah. Actually, doing this, I think of my mom's Montgomery Ward. I don't know what model, but it you know, it's like an ugly puke green that all the appliances were in the 70s. Okay, there we go. Now we're just going through the denim, so what the heck happened here? Oh, dang it. Oh, I know what I did wrong here. Didn't catch the upper looper. Yeah. I wondered why that seemed wrong. There. Didn't catch the upper looper, that's why. I knew something didn't seem right. My fingers are being very fiddly tonight. Alright. Those out. I just hope this works as from a practical standpoint. Yeah, the help desk is inside. No, I got it here. And I should like pin all these, and I'm not doing that, and that's part of it. There we go. There we go. Alright, I'll get that there. There we go. $2 for an instruction manual. Well, they're probably free online. Yeah, I actually I have it right here. Yeah, this is riveting content here, isn't it? Okay, let's riveting YouTube. I probably should have practiced, but what fun is that? There we go. There. Oh heck, I'm getting what I want. Get it tacked on here, then I can go over it a second time and kind of make it what I want. I want to put Yeah, okay, there we are. Better go slow through here. We're getting through about four layers here, so. I break a needle, we're done. And I should be able to backstitch this. Okay. Well, I'm just kind of winging it too. I'm not even sure if what I'm doing here is going to work, but it makes for good YouTube fail videos or whatever. Okay. Okay, that's on there. That's good. Saw a pack of skeeters carrying a squirrel last night. Oh. Yeah, we don't have the humidity and all that here so much for the mosquitoes. That's what you're talking about. Okay, let's throw in. Right. And kind of one more. I don't know. It's the thing. There's not much material here to go to. Okay. Well, it's on there. So I'll call that good. We'll trim it up later. Oh. Getting all messed up around the upper looper. Why is that happening? Come on. Yeah, it's all knotted up here on the upper looper. Okay. Oh, yeah, sewing an X through the patch. You know, the only reason why I'm not going to do that is because I'm gonna pound that grommet through there, so it's just gonna cut it. So I don't know if that'd weaken it or not. Maybe not. I don't know. What do you think? Would it weaken it? Because like I said, it's gonna just it's just gonna cut the thread because I'm gonna cut an X to punch the hole in it. So I don't know. I could. I guess it probably wouldn't hurt anything. Okay, let's see. There's that one. I only needed to do 4. Like I said, it's odd. These were just the top ones that got ripped off. And let's see. It just got ripped off, and the others didn't. So I'm not sure what I did or didn't do right or wrong. When I kind of there we go. There's the other one. Let's see what we can do here. Well, that's a good point. It'd tie all the layers together up to the grommet. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. You know what? I'll get this and done. I'll take. See, that's why I need you guys, you viewers, to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I think I will do an X. Let me get all this sewed up, and let's try that. Again, I guess the best part about this is if I don't like it, it doesn't work, I can always try something again here. I'm just hoping, you know, I'm just guessing that this denim is going to even be strong enough for it. Maybe it'll rip just as easy, I don't know. And honestly, this isn't heaviest thread, so it may not work, but whatever. It didn't take much time to do it. Started here. Going through all these layers. I'm going to do it by hand. Because this mesh is almost like a fiberglass material. It's really hard to cut. Actually, in making these, had a little bit of a hard time kind of figuring out how to sew these in the first place. But I don't know. Seems like it's working, I guess. Let's see. But I think I'm going to take your advice. I am going to do an X in these. So this is the last one. So I'll go back and I'll do an X. This will run it like this. All right. Well, it's on there. So let's do the X pattern. Can't hurt, I guess. Can it? cut it. Well, yeah, yeah, more grommets, but these were the ones in the corners, and honestly, I need to put some in the middle, but it just I think it just the wind was just too much, and I used I had these tied up with zip ties and like the good heavy duty ones, not the not the cheap like Harbor Freight or whatever ones. These are the good ones. These were almost borderline like what the cops use for temporary handcuffs. So I'm gonna sew this a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I mean, at least I guess it looks stronger. So yeah. I mean, I'll cut it and make it all look nice, but good enough. Okay. We'll see how this works. Maybe I'll post on Instagram a picture of what they look like when I put them up, so you get an idea what I mean. Well, I don't know. Well, yes, I do on my website. I have a picture of my gazebo. So if you really care, it's a blog posting, so you have to find it. It's from a couple years ago. But yeah, if you want to see that, but maybe if you follow me on Instagram, maybe I'll post a quick picture after I get these up, see what they. Then you can see what it looks like or the idea here. So. But yeah, it's a gazebo. Actually, it's a gazebo. Well, me and my wife built. I built it completely from scratch. Actually, I didn't do that very good. Built it completely from scratch. Just plans in my head, basically, without any. I mean, I did, of course, measure and all that, but I just made it up. It's a hexagon, yeah, hexagonal, and then I have a frame that I built the roof and everything on, and then I have some kind of like semi-tarp panels that I can take down, but they stretch pretty taut. Okay, now this is the one I did before, and I actually it didn't use as much material, but we'll do the X pattern. But yeah, it's a place I spend a lot of time at watching YouTube videos in the evening, because it's nice and cool out there. Got a great view. Oh, that's right. I gotta still double stitch this one. Make sure yeah, remember to post it. I will. You can help remind me. And actually, maybe if I think about it, I'll post it to my stories or community tab on YouTube. I don't know. Actually, tell me, guys that are watching, since you guys are kind of some of my regular watchers. Do you see those posts when I post a community post on YouTube? I mean, do they show up in there? You know, let me know, because I always wonder. I mean, YouTube's kind of, I don't know, kind of going through another rough time again, and they're getting changing that algorithm, getting heavy-handed about things. I mean, I'm not worried about my type of content, but I just don't know if people are seeing it because they want the corporate stuff. Oh man, dang it! Oh no, I thought I wanted stuff in there. Never mind. Okay. Well, that one's good. Okay. Well, I got one more to do here, I guess. One more to do. Machine and welding service, Dilly Dally Doll Co. Oh, that's like your username. Thanks for the, feel free to donate and super chat. Like I said, I could sure use the support for better equipment. I had problems getting this stream started. I think it was more a YouTube problem, not my. Of course, that had to. Why in the world did it do that? But it'll help me make better content. All right, I'm about done here, actually. I don't know why. I must be doing something wrong. The thread keeps pulling out of here. I got it around the little thing there. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alright. Nope. Alright. It's difficult to do things like this while you have an audience watching. That's when everything goes wrong, right? Okay, we'll do the X's now. I don't know. I like that idea. I'm glad you gave me that idea to do the X's. I guess it looks like it should be stronger, so if it looks like it should be stronger, it probably is, right? There we go. That's gonna get them all. That one, got that one, got that one. Okay. Well, I mean, it ain't perfect, but it's on there. So I guess maybe I did something right. Gotta trim all the threads, but we're gonna just leave them. All right. Well, I mean, you guys kind of want to see, you know, they're something like this, and I do. I need to put a grommet, say, like here in the middle. But what I'm thinking about doing is taking some denim and reinforcing it, just because I thought this ought to have been strong enough, but not for some of the winds we get once in a while. I don't usually get that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, done with this little sewing project. I appreciate you guys who tuned in. I know I wasn't talking that much and probably pretty boring. Most of my live streams kind of can be this way. Next one, I'm gonna probably be working on something, maybe a toy. I do want to get a motorcycle out, and I got a project to do on one of them that I think might work well for setting up a camera and doing a live stream, maybe a 2-camera deal. Put a picture-in-picture up here or somewhere over here, and you can watch it. Yeah, I'm not going to do the grommet right now because you'll just hear me pounding on this table. Plus, I didn't anticipate doing the grommet, so I don't have my my tool set and hole punch and the tool for it. Yeah, I'm going to add some more grommets to these, but I needed to fix these corners, and that's what this was about. And like I said, honestly, I got a wild hair to just do this live stream. That's probably why I had some technical difficulties at the beginning of this, is maybe I didn't set something up right, but I did everything the way I normally do, and YouTube just kept giving me an error like, hey, your stream failed or something, even though my encoder's working. So I thank you for watching. Please support the channel if you can with either a like, a view, or, you know, I'll give you a chance to hit that super chat real quick if you want to. But that's always appreciated. Jack Boot, thank you for donating on this one. That's really above and beyond. I can't believe it that people actually like to watch this kind of stuff and would like to support it, and that makes me feel good. And I'm hoping this inspires somebody to go out and do some of that. And I like it that I have some viewers out there that do some of this kind of stuff. So if you make content out there, upload some of your sewing videos. I mean, I'll watch them. I like to support the small creators because I am one. So anyway, I don't have much else. I'm going to sign off here. And thanks for watching. And oh, and don't forget to buy some t-shirts and merchandise. I guess I might not have put a link down in the description, but you can find it on my website. You can find it on the homepage of my channel page. So thanks for watching.